Hello, everyone. I created a little festive background. I have no idea how, so I'm just going to leave it because I like it. Um, Hope y'all are all right. That was a heck of a game. It's a lot of fun. If you wanted to have several heart attacks throughout the game, so, but what a comeback. And one stat that I don't want to forget, I'll bring it up now. Virginia Tech had a 63 game, you are not mishearing that, home winning streak against non conference opponents. And Tennessee just broke that. Samantha Williams tweeted, remember, she was an assistant coach at Duke and then Louisville, tweeted that it's one of the hardest places to play in the ACC. And that was just one heck of a game, one heck of a comeback, one heck of a not quitting. Patches is very excited about it, apparently. I like that little starter thing where it gives me a countdown, so I have time to get Alexis emailed. And I was trying to get the post game videos up, so I'm a little bit later, but it's not too late. Appreciate you guys waiting on me to get in here. I also, quite frankly, had to eat something. I was starving. I had not had a chance to eat today, and I'm like, I can't talk if I haven't had any food, so I grabbed something to eat real quick. Credence is here. Hello, Karen Vogel. Deb is here. Beth is here. Joan is here. Valerie Harris is here. Mark Painter. Mary Campbell. Renee. Michael Seabrook. Hi, Maria. What a game. Go, Lady Vols. Renee said, great work, Maria. Thank you. I tweet as fast as I can. I know not everybody has access to the ACC Network or Hulu or all the various ways you can get this game. So I try to tweet as much as I can. Put these on. I can see these comments. Hey, y'all. Cheryl said, hey, I'll be right back. Got to recharge my defibrillator. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I bet a lot of people, a heart rate accelerated. Credence says you're getting better at Zoom or whatever this is, Maria. Yes, this is a restream, but yes, I'm finally checking out all the different functions of this. Renee said, do you know what happened to Tess Darby? No, I'm not sure. I also know sometimes when a player's not playing, Sarah Puckett sometimes it's not because of what you're doing or not doing. It's what someone else is doing. And Sarah Puckett was just a bucket down the stretch, and I absolutely had to keep her on the floor. Donna's here. What a game. Donna said, I yelled so loud my dogs ran upstairs. The kittens slept through the entire game, and as soon as the Kelly Harper press conference starts, they wake up and they're flying across the keyboard, and I can barely get my mute unmuted so I can ask Kelly a question. Denise says, hello, all from rainy Indiana. Kimberly Ogg here. Marianne Daughtry, Mary McBride, good to see you. PJ Porter. Trish says, I like Charlie Cream's observation. Trish, I'm not sure what that was. Kimberly mentioned it too. Did you see what Charlie Cream tweeted? So if y'all could tell me, Charlie Cream has Kelly as early front runner for National Coach of the Year. I'm not going to get any argument from me there. Donna had her blood pressure meds with me. I think even if you don't need blood pressure meds, you might need them for some of these games. Credence said, I have a gut feeling Ray will be back soon. Ray, Cora Hall, the beat writer for the New Sentinel, who I have praised because Tennessee now has a full-time Lady Vols beat writer to cover the program like it should. The New Sentinel hired her, so kudos to them. And here comes another cat. At least she didn't do this during the press conference. Was in Blacksburg and posted a video of Ray connecting on some three-pointers in pregame. Now, she wasn't in uniform or anything, but she was, slightly leaving her feet and hitting some threes, so that's always good to see. When you see a player mobile, it's even better. Kathy, Kimberly said someone said she got hit in the face. Thank you, Kimberly, for that. I've got it recorded. I'll go back and watch it. I was trying to tweet and follow the live tracks, and the commentators were not giving any play-by-play. You never want to see a player get hit in the face, but it always is a good idea to get them out when they do. And because that's not an injury or a situation. Anytime you're hit in the face, to mess around with it. Credence and Cora Hall is a great writer. I agree, and I'm so glad that she is at the New Sentinel and the Lady Vols program is getting the coverage from the New Sentinel that it deserves. Mary McBride said Puckett and Key were awesome at the end, and Walker kept us in the game all game. And Jordan Walker, 4-4 from the arc, and Tennessee needed every last one of them to win. I mean, Jordan Walker just had herself a game, fantastic game. So it was another typical Tennessee fourth quarter comeback. They really started to. I mean, they really had a difficult third quarter. And Kelly called that timeout with about 48 seconds left, and I think Tennessee misfired, and then Virginia Tech lost the ball, and then they had 6 seconds, and Brooklyn Miles just stuck that jumper right at the buzzer, and that gives a team some momentum going into that last quarter, and this team just absolutely believes in itself. They don't a less mentally tough team, particularly after fouling 2 3-point shooters, would have gotten in a funk and just could not recover from some of the mistakes made there. But it didn't stop them. They just kept coming. So it's an amazing team to watch, and you never know who you're going to get contributions from. And that's a good thing, because if you can key on certain players, and then a player like Jordan Walker is just going to step up big time, and then a player like Sarah Puckett is going to step up big time. TK played great defense. That's from Kathy on their big girl. Yeah, I'm glad. I was gonna bring that up. Definitely, that was the first question I asked Kelly. I mean, that was a tremendous defensive effort from Tamari. She played 34 minutes. She's 6'6". The post Elizabeth Kitley she was going against was 6'6". The Kitley scored 4 points. She came into this game averaging almost 20 and was just 13 points away from 1,000 points for her career. And Tamari Key made every one of her touches and every one of her shots difficult. So it was, I mean, that is one of the best defensive efforts I've seen from a Lady Vol since probably Nikki Anasike picking up guards at midcourt and tormenting them. And Sydney Spencer, to take you way back to 2007 when she guarded the Pitt player inside in the second round of the NCAA tournament, which Tennessee would go on to win a national title. That Tamari Key's defensive effort was literally, I put that in some of my top 5 of defensive efforts. Mary said, also love to see Kelly chase after the ref about the traveling calls. He told her to get back, but she was half on the court. Yeah, some of the early ones were okay, but couple of those late ones in the second half, I'm like, Key and Green, the one she got in the second half, it was perfect drive to the basket. It was just bizarre, some of those traveling calls. And Dwayne Kipp said, hi, Maria. Another great game, and they closed out another really good opponent in the fourth quarter. They all stepped up today. I agree. And the clips I could get on TV were fascinating because the bench was so into this game, and that's what you need. Nobody on that bench who wasn't – people on the bench not playing are not dogs – or the people on the bench not playing have got to bring that energy, especially on the road, and they did. PJ Porter brought up Auguste on Wiggins. Candace Wiggins, I remember that. Now, Nikki picked her up at center court. So, but Auguste, that's a good point, PJ Porter. Alberta Auguste was a defensive stopper for Tennessee. In fact, she visited Tennessee when she was a JUCO transfer when they lost to Florida on senior night in 2006, and the first thing she thought is this team needs me on defense, and boy did they. Debbie said we never know who will score in double digits for any given game. It's great. I agree, Debbie, because it makes a difficult scouting report. You can have a player who you may be focused on that's struggling that game, and another player just picks them up, and it makes Tennessee a very dangerous team. Donna said Georgia Tech beat Georgia 55-54. That was a great game. I agree, Donna. I had that one on before waiting on Tennessee to come on. That was a fun game to watch. I really like Nell Fortner a lot. Of course, former Lady Vol for Life, Mickey DeMoss is there too as a consultant to the head coach. So always glad to see Lady Vol's doing well. Somebody else mentioned Kelly's poise in the timeouts. That was there we go. That's Marianne. Kelly appears to be very poised in huddles and appears to instill confidence. I agree, because if your coach is panicking, your team's going to pick up that energy. And they leave Kelly to get on the officials, which she does. And then Kelly gives them the confidence they need, because if you come into a timeout and your coach is wigging out, it's not going to set the tone you need. Oh, yeah, Shatina, thank you. Tasha Butts. I cannot forget Tasha Butts, one of the favorite Lady Vols of all time, one of the funniest Lady Vols of all time, also as part of the Georgia Tech staff. So always good to see former Lady Vols do well. Also, I was watching the very end of the game. Tamari Key, Mama got TV time. All of them, and with Mama wearing their Tamari Key shirts. So shout out to Orange Mountain Designs. Your shirt's got a big play on ACC Network at the end of that game, because it showed Tamari's mom, Tammy Brown, in the stands, and then went, of course, to Tamari doing the post-game interview. Tamari is a very humble player too, for someone who is so good. She's the first to credit her teammates and not take credit for the win, but that she had one of the best defensive efforts I've seen by anyone in a Lady Vol uniform in a long time. Karen's impressed with the freshman. I agree. Sarah Puckett, Brooklyn Miles gave Tennessee exactly what they needed, and Tennessee recognized that Sarah Puckett was the hot hand and got the ball to her, and that's the mark of an unselfish team. It's a lot of fun to watch this team. Kelly had said sometimes you have to lose. A team sometimes has to lose to learn, and she wants this team to keep learning from wins, and that appears to be what they're doing. But TV at the end also showed the handshake line, and Kelly and Jordan Horston having a great exchange. Kelly had her arm around her and was patted her on the head and was saying something to her, and Jordan smiled real big. So I asked Kelly after the game what that exchange was about, because Jordan Horston, she had foul trouble. She was struggling, but she was absolutely critical in that fourth quarter. And Kelly said, I got on to her in the second half. I got on to her in that game and coached her hard. I mean, Kelly Harper certainly knows about a coach getting on to you. My goodness, she played for Pat Summitt. And she told her after the game, that's why I did. That's why I got on you, because I know what kind of player you can be and how much we need you. So it was a nice exchange to see. And Jordan Horston is a competitive player. She wants to win. I was also already looking at the plus minus. This team's plus minus is impressive as can be. That's that efficiency score in terms of how well you play in various combinations on the floor and in every category, including fouls, shots made, rebounds, blocks, steals, assists, turnovers, etc. Sarah Puckett led the team at a plus 11, and then Jordan Walker, Jordan Horston, and Brooklyn Miles were all at plus 10. So that's a really good plus minus score. Kathy said Texas winning big at Texas A&M. Texas is a very good team this year. Very, very good team this year. I'm not surprised. Some of Tennessee's wins look, they were good wins anyway, but they really look good now. I mean, UCF is a load. USF is another difficult team that Tennessee beat. And this was the toughest road matchup that Tennessee had since really being at UCF. I think that's a 63 game. It was a 63 game win streak, not 65, at least according to the stats that they're putting out on Twitter. I'll check that though, but I think it was a 63 game winning streak. 60 at non-conference at home, which is a heck of a streak to maintain. And I mentioned earlier that Samantha Williams, who coached at Duke and at Louisville, tweeted what an outstanding achievement that was, because Blacksburg is one of the toughest road places in the ACC, and she coached in the ACC for 10 years between those two schools. Also, for those, this preceded Kelly, but Tennessee went into this game with a 2-game losing streak, lost in 2015 and 2016, one game there, one game in Knoxville. They were all like 4-point games. I mean, it is a difficult team to play. They're a very good team. Kenny Brooks is an excellent coach. And And while I know some folks are upset at the number of threes they made, several. Some of those cases they got somebody wide open, but that's what you do in an offense. Tennessee can get three ball shooters wide open. Some of those cases the defense was there, and Shepard just connected. She was absolutely on fire. Now in the fourth quarter, Brooklyn Miles got out on her and really challenged, and she missed that one. And I think Jordan Walker did too. Two shortest players on the court, really bringing it. So it took a team. It took a team effort, and it was a really good win. And Tennessee now, of course, gets about a week off. They will play Georgia State next in Knoxville on Sunday, but they're right in the middle of the exams. They are smack in the middle of them. They started Friday, so as y'all may have heard Kelly talk last week, she's going to give the team, they'll get at least 2 days off, full days off, no practice, no anything for study days, and allow the team to finish out strong. I think exams finish on the 9th, so that would be Thursday, and then by the time they get to Sunday's game, they'll be done until spring semester in January. So they got 3 games at home, which will really be good. Georgia State, Stanford, of course. That's going to be a huge game. And I believe it is, what is it? I need to look. ETSU right before Christmas and December 20th. So they'll get a nice, a few days off, travel time and all. You'll have about 4 days at home with family, which is always good. Sally said someone mentioned that win streak to Kelly and her voice went up 2 octaves. I agree. I honestly, I didn't know of that streak. And Kelly said she was absolutely happy she didn't know about it before the game started. It was one less thing to worry about. Joan said, yep, 63. Sorry, it's okay, Joan. Half the time I don't read numbers correctly. I thought it said 63 on the tweet, so no problem. I could always, you can always assume that I might be off a number or two, but in this case, yes, it is 63. But Tennessee continues. Let me call that box score back up now that I got an official one. Tennessee continues to dominate on the glass, 45-29, with 18 offensive boards. Tamari Key had 7 of those offensive boards. Second chance points were 22-10 in favor of the Lady Vols. Now Tennessee did have see how many turnovers they had. They had 17, which is actually reasonable. You want to keep it in that 13, 14, or under 15 typically. But 7 of those came in the first quarter, and they got it under control. And I'm going to throw out a couple of those travels. That was ridiculous. It's not a travel in any other game. But they outscored the Hokies on points in the paint 21-20. So they had an edge there. So they won the second quarter. Hokies won the first quarter, of course, 16-12. Second quarter, it was 15-9, Tennessee's favor. Third quarter, 17-12, Virginia Tech's favor, and then 25-16. Here comes Tennessee again in the fourth quarter. They shot 45.5% from the arc, which is outstanding. 4 of those makes, of course, were from Jordan Walker. The other one, Sarah Puckett, who banked it in. It still counts. I think you should get an extra point on a 3-point if you bank it in. And overall shot 43.5%, which is also outstanding. Anytime you can shoot over 40%, that is a good thing. Free throws, poor little free throws, 5 of 11, so 45.5% from the line. Virginia Tech's not much better, 8 of 12, 66.7. All the players need to ask for free throw makes in their stockings this year. But like I said, that is something they can fix. Denise said rebounding is so key. It is. It keeps possessions alive, and it puts possessions away when you get it on defense. And again, Tamari Key, I mean, they're both 6'6". They're both juniors. Just what? Tamari finished with the double-double. I believe it was 11 and 12. Let me be sure of that, though. Let's see, 12 rebounds, 11 points for Tamari Key, 5 blocks. That she's rapidly moving up the all-time Lady Vol career list. So just another shout out to to here's a kitten. Yeah, this is yeah. Which one are you? You look like Harper. This is the one who interrupted the entire Harper press conference. I mean, trying to make. I mean, I'm afraid the kids are going to zap me out of it one time. They run across the keys. They're just going to put me in a. They're just going to knock me out of the press conference by closing it out. But obviously, want to thank our sponsors, Blue Water Climate Control. I'll shout them out. They came out to my house Friday for my regular maintenance to check on my unit. I did not think it was heating efficiently. We have now gone into winter here, though it's not cold today, and found out I need a new motor. And I'm going to have them come out and put that new motor in on Monday. Had they not come out to check the unit, that thing would have probably gone out when it was about 24 degrees, and I would have been freezing despite all these animals. So big shout out to Blue Water Climate Control. You can set everything up online. It's one of the easiest scheduling you can ever make. You can schedule in 2-hour blocks, and they literally text you when they're on the way. Also, of course, OrangeMountainDesigns.com, the Collective Unfiltered, Just Pass It Tutoring. Cannot forget, of course, the Tap 40 Grill, which is probably where Alexis is. Where is that logo? It's got to be in here somewhere. Where are my logos? Tap 40 Grill. I miss it. There it is. Tap 40 Grill. Sports Bar Experience. Hoping to get there as soon as I can. Alexis Hornbuckle Basketball. Let's put them all up here. Gold Standard. Orange Mountain Designs, as already said. Just Pass It Collective Unfiltered. Terry Holder is running a special right now, obviously, on after the win at 8-0. So get to orangemountaindesigns.com. I believe she sent out emails explaining it. Let me see. Let me get this off the screen and see if I can find that exact email. So I'll tell y'all what that special is. I am still fighting off cats here. Orange Mountain Designs 8-0 win special package deal ends at midnight. Deal valid today only, so order now. A hoodie and a new t-shirt. Bundle only $49.95, save $18. That new t-shirt are really cool ones that say Property of Tennessee Lady Vols. Has the Lady Vol logo in 1976 and a kind of distressed block across the chest. 1976, of course, is when the Lady Vols logo went into use. They're in various colors, including orange. Also saw blue. I think there's a gray one too. So dash over to orangemountaindesigns.com and get all of your Lady Vol gear. Jamie Grooms said, any update on Ray? Ray is still out. She was on the trip, but she was not in uniform. She was seen, Cora Hall, the New Sentinel Lady Vols beat writer, was in Blacksburg and tweeted before the game, Ray knocking down some threes from the arc. So that's good to see. In terms of any update on Ray making it back, don't know yet. The key, of course, is how the knee reacts as she gets back into things that are basketball related. How does the knee react? Does it swell? Does it hurt? All sorts of things before a player actually gets cleared, but it's good to see her at least moving forward. Now, if she can sustain that, that means she could make it back. In terms of when, I do not know. Renee said we should plan a big get-together at Tap 40 Grill after the Stanford game. Y'all should. I cannot make it. I am so busy after the game. Y'all be long gone, probably closed by the time I got there, but I think that's a great idea for everybody in town. And Joan said, yes, she would love it. Yeah, y'all set that up. Go have a great time there. Trying to see if I missed anything else. I don't think Alexis is going to make it. Let me see if she has texted me or not. Let's see. Nope. I emailed her the link, but I haven't heard from her. So it's y'all should be happy. 8-0. Some close games. It could have gone either way. Tennessee pulled them out. That's the mark of a good team, and that's the mark of a good coach, to be honest. Because your coach has to believe in you, and you have to believe with the scheme that the coaches are giving you and executing it. And what I have noticed, and I've said it earlier, I'll say it again, this team is so unselfish. They absolutely applaud great plays by teammates. They cheer for each other. That I'm going to go back and watch that game because it was my I have to do so much during the game I can't really watch, but it seemed like every time I saw a bench shot, they were just going crazy, and that's really good to see. Denise said I'm going to have to check OMD daily. Friday was $1.99 shipping, and my Facebook feed didn't come up until 1:50 a.m. Denise, you could always contact Terry and tell her that. Ask her, maybe if she would honor it late or when it may come back again, maybe next Friday. So just check in with her and see what she says. I need to get more toys for my kittens. They're just insane. But everybody's saying thanks. Donna says, I love this team. I said it at OMD when they were there that they are special. It really is. Tennessee's lucky to have a store dedicated to just Lady Vols. That's a very special thing. And of course, all of it also helps keep Pat Summit's legacy alive. And that is also good. I appreciate y'all coming. I better start transcribing videos. Sorry for getting the late start. I literally had to get something to eat before I was about to pass out and not even be able to speak English and answer y'all's questions. So I will probably try to have a show this week. I'll get with Alexis, figure out when, because we're a week between games this time. So I'll let y'all know. I'll post it on social media. Appreciate all of y'all coming. You're always here. You're very loyal, ready to go. Appreciate you waiting on me. And I will absolutely find y'all on the internets and wish everybody a safe week and a productive week. And as always, peace.